Hi guys, today I think we're going to do a little video on bobcat operation, or skid steer as it's known. We got a small machine right here. We're going to be using this for construction projects in our mountain build, and so I thought maybe I'd go over some of the things that I know about using this machine, and it might help some of you out. Right now the machine doesn't have anything attached to it. Bucket sitting over here. Done a little cleaning and painting on the machine, so some of that stuff's just been taken apart so that we could do the work on it. One of the beauties of skid steers and their usefulness is that they can have different attachments. So here we've got a back plate for forks, so you can use this for forklift, and we got the forks sitting over here. So I have to put the forks onto the back plate, and then we'll be able to put them on the machine to use it. I've got this 400 or 500 pound piece of steel here that I want to pick up and move somewhere else. Obviously that's not something I'm going to do by myself, but with the help of this machine I'll make it pretty easy. So first we'll go take some look, see around the inside of the cab, and learn about some of the things that need to be done in there to begin operation of this machine. Okay, climbing into the machine itself is something that might take just a little bit of practice, and basically all that's involved in it is stepping up on the machine. They generally have these pads here that have this grip surface on them for you to step on. The attachments themselves have steps on them, but since this doesn't have any attachment on it right now, like the bucket for example, normally there would be these steps up on top of here that you can use to stand on. So anyway, you have to pick the way you get into the machine carefully. You want to always use a 3-point approach to it, meaning that you want to always have at least one hand 2 feet, or 1 foot 2 hands on the machine at all times, so you don't slip and fall. Okay, so inside the machine I've got the control panel over here for starting the machine. Obviously has your stop, start, and run set for the key. Then you have another control panel over on this side which gives you information about your engine temperature, your fuel levels, different situations about what you might have turned on here, and an important button pressed to operate the loader. These machines vary a little bit, and so you will need to have somebody walk you through how to run it or read the instructions on how to run it. Most time there's a booklet on the seat inside the cab that has the general running instructions in it that'll tell you what to do. But there are lockouts and safety features in them that you need to be aware of. Once you're in the seat and you put your seat belt on, and the seat belt's an important thing because these machines can roll over pretty easily. They have different balances that you need to be aware of, and you have to be sure that you do everything to follow any safety rules. But first thing is there's this lap bar that you push down, and that gives you it locks you into place, and it also has a switch in it that prevents the machine from running if it isn't pulled down. So it's important to have it in position. To go over some of the controls, you'll see down in the footwell here that we have a foot pedal over here, and then over on this side there's another foot pedal. and depending upon the machine configuration, sometimes they're in the hand grips. You'll see we got a hand grip right here. They have a multifunction controls on this particular one. Some of them don't have anything on them. Some of them are way more complicated. Again, that goes back to that learning what they do before you start taking off and using the machine. On this particular machine, the foot pedals are used to control the tilt of the bucket, and the other pedal is used to raise and lower the arms, and they can be interchanged on machines from one side to the other, so it's pretty quick to tell which one's which as soon as you move the pedal a little bit with something attached to it. And also this machine has quick attach on it, which allows you to remotely attach items to the front of the quick attach plate on the machine. And you'll see that there's a couple of levers down here. These levers will get pulled down, and that'll set some wedges into the bottom of the bucket in this case, or any other attachment for that matter. And once those wedges are set down in place, then it'll be attached to the front of the machine. And we'll go through hooking something up so you can see what that looks like. So first thing to do is start the machine up. When you turn the key on, you'll see your gauges move, shows you how much fuel you've got in it. You want to make sure that it has fuel. Diesels don't like to be run out of fuel, and there is a bulb in the back of the machine that can be pumped up to correct the fuel situation, but you also have to open an air valve on the filter to allow the air to get pushed out of it and fuel to reach up where it needs to be in the injection system. So it's better just not try to run it dry. So when we turn this key on, it's kind of cool out today. It may start a countdown up here, or it may just start. It depends upon the temperature. We'll go ahead and start it and see. Okay, it wasn't cold enough, so we didn't need to go through a startup procedure for the glow plugs. Over on this side, we've got a throttle lever. Okay, down here, the right-hand side, we've got a throttle lever. Pull it back, takes it to a low speed. So we pulled the bar down, seat belt engaged, safety bar is down. And then over on this side, you see we don't have any lights across here for anything to function. So we press the operate loader button. You see it engaged all these lights. So by pushing down my heel on the left side on the foot control, I can raise the arms up on this machine. When you push the toe forward on it, the arm goes down. Over on the right foot, when I tilt backward, you see the bucket plate up on the front, attachment plate, it tilts backward. Push my toe in, the plate goes forward. Okay, to operate the direction of the loader, to make it go forward and backwards, you push on these levers. If you push both of them together at the same time, you'll go forward. Pull them both back at the same time, you'll go backward. If you push one lever a little bit faster than the other, the wheels on that lever will turn faster, and it'll make you turn, because one side of the vehicle is trying to travel faster than the other, and it will cause the skid effect where one side's causing the other side to skid. So you won't see the wheels turn at all. They're just going to, one side's going to go faster than the other. If you need to make a quick turn in one spot, you can push one lever forward and pull the other one back, and the machine will pivot right on its center. Okay, now the forks have to be reassembled on the back plate. Probably be easier to put the back plate onto the machine first, but I'm going to try this way and see if I can just get the back plate onto the forks. Okay, I had to do a little reposition for attaching this device. You can see there's a little notch over here in this corner that was hanging up out here. I didn't have this centered up quite right, so it was hanging up. The wedges would not go in place. Both these levers have to be down. Some of them are manual. You have to use like a cheater bar on them, a piece of tube to pull them down. Others have this cylinder in here which is operated from the cab, and that'll push those wedges in place. What you're trying to accomplish is to get this attachment plate tied up against the implement that you're using, and then this is one of the wedges, and there's one over on the other side that you can see also. But you got to make sure that these go through this slot in the plate and they're down all the way, or you could end up with your attachment falling off.